Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Elijah Talks Football and welcome to your another episode of Premier League Predictions Season 3, episode number 17. I mean, we're almost halfway through into the season because there's 38 games in the Premier League and this game week is number 17. So we're getting close to halfway through the season already. Boy, oh boy, time goes fast, and there's some really good festive games coming up, including Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, all of these big games coming up in the festive season, and I'm certainly looking forward to that one. So there we go. The game of the weekend is the big rivalry. Liverpool up against Man United at Anfield. And we all know what happened when these two met last season. It finished 7-0 to Liverpool. And that's where when Liverpool were in fifth place and Man United were in third place. And nobody expected Man United to get absolutely destroyed by their biggest rivals at Anfield. Now, this season, Liverpool are in the title race and Man United are in sixth. So the big question is, can Man United, do what they did against Liverpool? I don't think they'll beat them 7-0, but will they would get revenge on Liverpool? And will Eric Ten Hag, find a way to frustrate Liverpool and trying to get that win? Because this under some serious pressure because because 23 games in all competitions, he's only won 11 and lost 12. And there's been no draws whatsoever in all competitions. Not in the Premier League, not in the Champions League, not in the Carabao Cup. There has been no draws, just 11 wins and 12 losses. That is absolutely horrendous. And guess what? Not only that, but Manchester United are not going to win the Premier League, the Champions League, and the Carabao Cup. They only have one game a week, just like Chelsea. So, yes, Chelsea are 12 and we are bad as Manchester United, but we're not in Europe. At least we don't. And listen, last season we were absolutely awful under Graham Potter. But guess what? We topped the group. We faced Dortmund. We beat them in the round of 16, and we qualified. And we went into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And yes, we lost to Real Madrid. But at least we didn't go in fourth place and just concede 15 goals, and that's the most in English club history. Like that is absolutely horrendous. So Manchester United, I mean, boy oh boy. But I'll talk about these two when I come to them in just a minute. But let's now move on into the rest of this weekend's Premier predictions. Just 10 more days to go because today's the 15th of December. 10 more days until Christmas. So, yeah, time is coming in thick and fast. So, not too long until Christmas Day. So, there you go. So, yeah, let's hope that the festive season, all of the big six teams can find ways to get wins before Christmas Day. So there we go. So before I get this thing started, if you guys haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video and the rest of the season I've done so far this season. Make sure you hit the bell notifications so that you never miss any of my YouTube content, my live streams, the videos that I upload, and all that stuff. And make sure you click the share button so that you guys in the comments down below can agree or disagree on my prediction for this weekend and what's your predictions. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you go for surprise one, I'll ask you why you went for that one, and then I'll try to understand why you went that prediction. So if you guys can do that for me, then that would be great. So without further ado, let's start. Alright, so the first game is later on today, and it's not a big game, but it's a huge game for Tottenham because they are away to Nottingham Forest. Now, Tottenham, the last game, absolutely put Newcastle in a split 4-1, Son Heung-min scored 2 goals, or say 1 goal, 1 assist, and Richarlison scored 2 goals. So that is absolutely amazing. And honestly, I would have thought they bottled it again because I saw them take the lead, and I thought to myself, can they hold it this time? Can they find a win and not bottle it? And the answer is yes. But This time they're away to Nottingham Forest. Now I know that Nottingham Forest, the last home games haven't been that great, but when it comes to big six going away to the City Ground, it's still a difficult place to go to. Because last season it was only Manchester United that went out there and beat them. Arsenal, they lost. Arsenal, they lost 1-0 to them. Chelsea, they drew 1-1 to them. Man City drew 1-1, and Liverpool lost 1-0, and Tottenham lost 2-0 to them. So yeah, going to City Ground, it ain't that easy. It really ain't. But let's see if Tottenham can do what Man United did last season and beat them, because Man United were the only team that went to Forest and beat them, in the Premier League. So let's see if Tottenham can do that. Of course, Christian Romero is back. Udogi is back, but it's still without Mickey van der Ven, and James Maddison, of course. Richarlison is back, so that's good, and Yves Bissouma is also back, so that'll boost their confidence. But like I said, going to the City Ground ain't that easy. And guess what? If Nottingham Forest don't get that win, then I believe Steve Cooper is under some space pressure and he could get sacked. So he needs to get this win if Nottingham Forest want to be out of the relegation zone, because they're close to it, and I want to make sure they don't get relegated this season. So yeah, for this game later on today, I want to go for Tottenham win, but since this game is at the City Ground later on today and under the lights, of course, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Nottingham Forest win. Because I'm not sure if Tottenham can handle with low blocks like they did against Everton and Brentford and all that stuff, but let's see what they can do. If Panj Postecoglou continues the way that he does, then I think he's going to win. But if he continues with this high line, then I think they'll bottle this. So, but yeah, like I said, either way, I think Steve Cooper needs this win because they drew against Wolves, which is a huge result. But I feel like many of the fans wanted to win instead of a draw, so all that stuff. But yeah, it's at the City Ground. Looking forward to that game. Definitely going to be watching that game later on today. And yeah, Nottingham Forest against Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Forest win against Spurs at the City Ground later on today. I am certainly looking forward to that game on Friday. I'm definitely going to be watching that later on today at 8 p.m. UK time. And it's at East Midlands as well. So, Tottenham fans driving out there, good luck on your journey. And let's see if your team can get back-to-back wins for the first time before the Chelsea game. So, there we go. But yeah, 2-1 to Forest. It's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Later on today. So yeah, tomorrow's game, Saturday, of course, it's no 12 p.m. kickoff because there's a North London derby in the Women's Super League, and it is Tottenham versus Arsenal in the WSL. So I am going to be watching that game, a huge London derby. Of course, I believe it was 2 days ago. These two faced each other in the County Cup, and it all went to penalties. So you have to say fair play to Tottenham because I didn't thought they were going to be absolutely destroyed by Arsenal once again, but they were this close to actually beating them and going through to the quarterfinals, but they just lost out on penalties. So you have to say fair play to Tottenham. So if they perform like this against Arsenal, maybe they can find some way to take points out of them because they've never beaten Arsenal in the WSL. So yeah, that's why there's no 12:30 p.m. kickoff for those games. So I'm going to be watching that game. It's going to be absolutely fantastic at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm not sure if the ticket is going to be sold out. Let's see if there is, because it's a huge game and you want every single fan to go out there and just watch that game. So yeah, so that's why there's no 12:30 kickoff. So there's only 3 p.m. kickoff, and the first one is Bournemouth versus Luton Town. Of course, Luton Town lost 2-1 to Manchester City after taking the lead, whereas for Bournemouth, 3 wins out of 3. No, 3 wins in 4 games under their new manager. That is absolutely amazing. I believe they beat Sheffield United. Who else did they beat? Man United, and I've forgotten who else. I think they beat Burnley as well. So yeah, Bournemouth are doing absolutely well. And sorry guys, let me just have a look at this table. Give me 1 second this afternoon. Let me just have a look at this table so that I can show you where Bournemouth are. So yeah, Bournemouth are now, give me a second. So yeah, Bournemouth are in 14th place. They're on the same points as Chelsea. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna talk about Chelsea when I finish doing my Bournemouth one. But yeah, the last the last couple of games have been really good wins. So yeah, like I said, they beat Man United. Oh yes, they beat Crystal Palace and they beat Sheffield United. And guess what? In those games, and they also drew to Aston Villa. They beat so yeah. It's only the so yeah. Ever since they've lost 6-1 against Manchester City, they've won. Let's see, one, two, three, four games, and they only drew one. So Bournemouth unbeaten in the last one, two, three, four, five, isn't it? So yeah, out of the last 5 games, they remain unbeaten, 4 wins and 1 draw. That is absolutely amazing. So their manager is doing absolutely well. And up against Luton Town. Now, Luton Town, like I said, lost, but they managed to find some ways to pick up form and to at least show like a fighting spirit. But listen, they're up against Bournemouth, who have a pretty good record so far under the new manager in the last 5 games. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I think Luton Town will score, but I think Bournemouth will get that another win. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for another 2. I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Bournemouth. Cause like I said, I feel like they're gonna get another win. And imagine if they finish above the mid table. That would be absolutely amazing. So there we go. But I don't think that will happen though. But I feel like they are improving and they're starting to pick up some nice decent wins. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for Bournemouth of 2-1. I think Luton Town's goal scorer will be Adebayor. For Bournemouth, I'm gonna go for Dominic Solanke and Josh Billing to score for Bournemouth. So there we go. So yeah, that's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Another win for Bournemouth, and they could be and if they win and other teams drop off, they can go from 14th to 10th. Depends on the other results. So that'll be huge for them if they get that win against Luton Town, which I think they will. So yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. Going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward. So yeah, should be a good game. Of course, it really should be a good game. Right, the next one. Boy, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this one. Chelsea against Sheffield United. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to save this for the match preview that'll be uploaded later on today. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, not confident. Just like I was in the game against Everton. I said 1-0, it's actually 2-0, so at least got a point. Sheffield United, I mean, if you look at them, they are in 20th place, but they did manage to pick up some good form. Of course, they beat the only wins they've got was against Brentford and Wolves. They've lost against Liverpool under Chris Wilder, but this is his first away game, because the last 2 games were at home, and this is going to be his first away game. So Chris Wilder is back, and new manager bounce and all that stuff. That's why I'm not looking forward to this game because remember last season where Southampton were in the bottom 20th place and they're facing Chelsea. And I told you guys we're going to lose that game. I think I said 1-0 Southampton or 2-1. I can't remember, but I predicted Southampton loss. I said James Ward-Prowse scored a free kick in the first half, and people were all laughing at me. Guess what happened? We lost against Southampton. I said I knew James Ward-Prowse scored a free kick because we always concede a set piece, and there you go. And people apologize. So for this game, I mean, defensively and attack, it's just absolutely horrendous. But the good news is that Christopher Nkunku, Lavia, and Malo Gusto have been training this week, so they could potentially be a debut for Christopher Nkunku and Lavia. Those are the good news. But the bad news is that Reece James is out for a couple of weeks. The same goes for Sanchez and Marco Cué. They're just testing his foot. So the question is he going to be starting Lee Wakoa as left back? I hope not, because I love to see Ian Matson there. On the right hand side, I mean, since Malo Gusto is back, I don't want to risk him starting, but like I said, I won't mind if Caicedo plays as right back because he has played that position against Arsenal and been looking good. So there we go. So, but the thing is that I just know he's just gonna put the same shit lineup as he did against Everton. So yeah, that's another thing. And if he loses this game, then for me he's got to go because I'm this close to being punched out like the Everton game. But if he makes another excuse and if we lose this game and his game management is poor, then I want him gone. It's as simple as that. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for 1-0 Sheffield United. It's gonna be the same old tale where teams in the relegation zone come to Stamford Bridge and win. And guess what? Our away record is so much better than our home record because we only had 5 wins in the Premier League this season. Two of them at home, which was against Brighton and Luton Town, and away from home, which is Tottenham, Burnley, and Fulham. That's what you need to know. It looks and usually that never happens because usually our home record is better than our away record, but it looks like this year our away record is better than our home record, which it needs to be fixed, man. But listen, it's going to be another game where we can't get a couple of things at home, so that's why I'm going to go for 1-0 Sheffield United. The goal score, I'm not quite sure, but I know they'll score from a set piece and all that stuff, and we just cannot confess from a set piece, and we simply cannot play low block. So, yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. Fingers crossed, I want Chelsea to prove me wrong and get that win because my heart is saying 2-0. But if you want me, but I have to be real with you guys. I ain't confident in this game, just like I wasn't against Everton. So there you go. So yeah, 1-0 Sheffield United. Not sure it's going to be the goal scorer, but we're going to lose again. And there's going to be lots of people saying punch out. And this is why you need to understand why I didn't want him in the first place. So there you go. Yeah, Sheffield. So yeah, 1-0 Sheffield United is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So yeah, definitely not looking forward to that and definitely not confident at all. So there we go. Right, the next one is Manchester City against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, I think they've lost their game, something like that. Let me just see. What's their last game, Crystal Palace? Oh yeah, it was against Liverpool when they beat them 2-1. And who got sent off? I think it was Eze. No, who got sent off in that game? Let me see. Because I remember if Crystal Palace didn't get a man sent off, then this game would have been completely different. Yeah, Jordan Ayew got sent off, so it looks like he's going to be missing the game against the Manchester City. So that's not going to be good. So who's going to be playing on the left hand side? We don't know. But Crystal Palace did really well against Liverpool. They had a couple of chances. I think people saying that they've robbed. So listen, they know that Man City is also a difficult team to face. But if Crystal Palace can put that same performance as they did against Liverpool, then maybe I can see Crystal Palace either getting a draw or perhaps beating them. But if they don't put that same performance as they did against Manchester City, then I see them losing this game. But listen, this game this game is at the Etihad, it's not at Selhurst Park. So that's why for this game on tomorrow, I think Man City will get back-to-back wins for the first time before the Chelsea game. So yeah, so for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go at least do I see Crystal Palace going in that game? Because, yeah, I think they will score, but I think Man City will get that win. So for this game, I'm going to go for 3-1 City. The goal scorer for me, of course, Erling Haaland is still out, but he's still got some players that can play one in that position, the likes of Alvarez. So I think he will score. I think Phil Foden will score, and Phil Foden will score, and probably maybe Rodri. Yeah, I think those going to be the goal scorers for Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for Edward, also Edward to score for that one. So yeah, those going to be the goal scorers for that game, and that's going to be my prediction. 3-1 to Manchester City. They cannot win the game and then go and drop points again. You just can't, because for me, I feel like they're still in the title race, but if they want to win the title, they need to go on a winning form like they did last season. So there we go. So yeah, 3-1 to Manchester City is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. kickoff. So there we go. So yeah, 3-1 City against Crystal Palace. So that is it. Still no Haaland, still no Kevin De Bruyne, so that's not good. I still know Jack Grealish and still know Jeremy Doku, so yeah. But listen, they still got some really good players out there that can perform and cause some problems. So yeah, I still think they're gonna win this game. So 3-1 to them. So that's what I got to say on that one. All right, so next one is Newcastle against Fulham. Now, Newcastle, like I said, got absolutely destroyed. They conceded 7 goals in the last 2 games, and they only scored one, so that's not good. But those are away from home. They were away to Everton, and they were away to Tottenham. This game is at Newcastle United. But the interesting thing is that Fulham, over the last 2 games, have scored 10 goals because they put 5 past Forest, and they also put 5 past West Ham. So there you go. But those games were at home, yeah. But this game is at St. James Park. It's still a difficult place to go to. So yeah, I don't know what to predict. I know Newcastle win. And I know that Fulham will score goals, but I don't know to predict for that game because yeah, because Newcastle, their last home game was against AC Milan in the Champions League, and they looked absolutely awful. I mean, the first half they were really good, but the second half they were just tired, they were lackluster, and they went out. And I've got to say this as well. Manchester United, Newcastle, an absolute disgrace. And yes, we're not finishing the top five, but I want, but I want those. I want two of them to be in the knockout stage because if that would have happened, then this season finishing the top five could make teams finish in the Champions League. But since that didn't happen, they're an absolute disgrace to the Premier League. So the only way for top five to happen this season is either Brighton, Liverpool, or West Ham have to win the Europa League. If all of them don't do that, then that means top four will happen again. So Liverpool, Brighton, and West Ham fans, if you watch this right now, please make sure you win those competition. Please make sure you win the Europa League. All of you can't do it, but only one of you can. So you have to win this Europa League. So there we go. But yeah, anyway, back to this game. Fulham, I think they will score this game, but I see Newcastle getting the win. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for. Oh, it's so difficult. Should I go for 3-1, just like the Man City one, or should I go for 2-1? Because Fulham have been looking good the last couple of games. Um, it's so difficult, it really is. Um, because yeah, Fulham are doing good, especially well defensively, but St James Park ain't that easy. It's so difficult to predict, but I'm might gonna go for because every time because every time I do my predictions, I'm always this close to getting 3 points. I'm always this close. So boy, oh boy, I might go for Newcastle 1-0. Because yeah, I might go for Newcastle 1-0 because I think Fulham will do well defensively, but I think Newcastle will be the much better side. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-0 Newcastle. Yeah. I wanted to go for 3-1, but yeah, Fulham over the last two games have been looking good under their manager. So yeah, but I think Newcastle will dominate throughout this game. They'll create so many chances. I think the goalkeeper and the Fulham players will do well defensively. But I think Alexander Isak will score the only goal that takes Newcastle 3 points and bounce back after those two big defeats against Everton and especially Tottenham. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-0 Newcastle United. I changed my mind. So yeah, 1-0 to Newcastle United against Fulham. So yeah, Alexander Isak to score, and that's gonna be the only goal. So yeah, 1-0 to Newcastle is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. It's a huge game. Let's see if Fulham can do what they did against Liverpool, which many teams cannot do at St James Park. So there we go. So yeah, 1-0 to 1-0 to Newcastle is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. And then we move on. It's a 5 p.m. kickoff, and it's Burnley up against Everton. Now, Burnley, their last game, they drew against Brighton, which I didn't expect. I have to say that Burnley goalkeeper was absolutely superb. Big saves after saves after saves, especially later on in that game. If it wasn't for him, Burnley would have definitely got absolutely destroyed. So I think it was Jason Steele that the goalkeeper that they call it. I'm not quite sure. But whoever was that Burnley goalkeeper, he was absolutely fantastic, making save after save after save. So there you go. But the thing is that would he be doing this against Everton? Because Everton on the Sean Dice, ever since that points deduction, beat Nottingham Forest, beat Chelsea, and they also beat Newcastle United 3-0 as well. And those games they haven't conceded as well. So will Burnley's goalkeeper make big saves to put Burnley in a good position, get that win? We should wait and see. But yeah, looking at the table, Everton for the very first time are out of the relegation zone. And like I said, if they didn't get points deducted, they would have been above Chelsea by 4 points. But guess what? If Burnley get that win against Everton, and Luton Town and Sheffield United lose, then they could be the team here that could be out of the relegation zone. So this is a huge game, and that's why this game is live on TV because it's 17th up against 19th. If Everton win and many other teams drop off, then they can potentially go from 17th all the way down into all the way down into 15 because Crystal Palace have a worse goal difference than Everton. So there we go. And Everton will be like 7 points behind above the relegation form, above the relegation if depending on the other results. So yeah, this is a huge game. It really is a huge game. So yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm still looking forward to that game. I think Burnley will score, but I think Everton will get that win again because Sean Dice is doing really well for so far ever since that points deduction. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for 2-1 Everton. I wanted to go for 3-1, but I thought to myself, no, it's gonna be a tight game. It's like more in East Lancashire. But I'm going to go for 2-1 because they're doing well defensively. They're clinical when it comes to set piece and all that stuff, and they just know how to frustrate teams. So yeah, Burnley, I'm not sure he's going to be scoring that goal. For Everton, I'm going to go for Decorway and Dwight McNeil to score for Everton. Plus Everton don't have a good record against Burnley at Turf Moor, but this time tomorrow they're going to absolutely show them that Sean Dice is the real deal, and we're gonna show you, and we're gonna put more mission on you tomorrow. So let's see if Sean Dice can do that. So yeah, 2-1 to Everton. It's gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. That game is gonna be on Sky Sports, 5:30 p.m. kickoff. Looking forward to that game, Turf Moor in East Lancashire. So yeah, Burnley against Everton, 2-1 to the Toffees against the Cowards. So there we go. So that's gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. So those are Saturday's games. Let's move on into Super Sunday's games. So the first one I'm gonna go for is Arsenal up against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now I read a stat here that says Brighton have a good record against Arsenal at the Emirates. I know they beat them 3-0, but what's the last one before that one? Give me a second. What's the last? Because they said I know that Arsenal beat Brighton at the Emirates in 2021, but let me just have a look. I know they beat them. I know Brighton beat them 3-0 last season, but what's the result before that? Give me a second. No. Sorry. Let's have a look. Give me 1 second, guys. If I Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I remember. Yeah, 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 where they haven't finished in Europe. So the last two games, Brighton have been also at the Emirates, scoring 5 goals and conceded only one. So yeah, that's actually true. So yeah, also beat them 3-1. That was in 2021, about 2 years ago. But Brighton have a good record against Arsenal at the Emirates. But the big question is, yeah. Will Brighton able to do that again? Because when it comes to Europe and playing Thursday, Sunday, that's so good for them. Because when they beat, was it AEK Athens on Thursday about 2 weeks ago? Then when they face Chelsea, they've lost. So it looks like so. I'm not sure if Robbie De Zerbi have wasted some players, but can Brighton do this again? Could this be the first time where they only not won in Europe, but they won the Premier League after that? That's gonna be a different story. But yeah, Leandro Trossard, if he starts this game, he's gonna be starting against his old club, and I know if he scores that goal, he will not celebrate. So yeah, that's a huge game. Of course, that game, I'm not sure if that game is going to be on Sky. I don't think that game is on Sky Sports. I think the one they're going to do is probably Brentford against Aston Villa, something like that. But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to that game. Arsenal against Brighton. Now, Arsenal have lost against Aston Villa. That's their second loss in the Premier League, so they're now 2 points behind Liverpool. So they need to win this game. Because imagine if Brighton beat them again and also don't win the league, honestly, it's going to be another one. So yeah, this game is at the Emirates Stadium, 2 p.m. kickoff, and boy, oh boy. I see Brighton do score, but I think Arsenal get that win, and they have to win because surely they cannot allow Brighton to be at the Emirates again for the third time in a row. They just can't. They just can't. So for this game, tomorrow, sorry, on Sunday, Super Sunday, of course, I'm gonna go for I think this will be a tight game. It really will be. But I'm gonna go for a Arsenal win of. I'm gonna go for 2-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Arsenal win of 2-1 because it's at the Emirates. And Brighton don't think to do well when it comes to European games on Thursday, Sunday. So, only 2 days away and all that stuff. I'll be traveling back, traveling back from France. So, yeah, it's not going to be a good game for Brighton. But if they beat Arsenal at the Emirates, then then Arsenal is Brighton's bogey team. So Arsenal need to get that win. They need to if they want to still be in a title race. So they cannot afford to lose this game. So I'm gonna go for 2-1. Brighton goal score. I'm gonna go for Pedro Neto or João Pedro. Sorry. For Arsenal, I'm gonna go for let's see, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. So yeah, those are going to be the two. Actually, no, Saka and Martin Odegaard. Yeah, those are going to be the two goal scorers for that game on Sunday. So yeah, 2-1 to Arsenal. I believe they'll beat Brighton at the Emirates like they've never done since 2021, and they need to get that win. Otherwise, Arsenal will be in serious trouble in terms of the title race. So yeah, 2-1 to Brighton, and plus, we never seen Arsenal get back-to-back losses. And when have we ever seen Arsenal get back-to-back losses? We didn't see that last season, but we saw the season after that. So, yeah, surely they cannot lose another game. They just can't. So, yeah, 2-1 to Brighton. It's going to be my prediction. Sorry, 2-1 to Arsenal. It's going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. So, yeah, looking forward to that game. Not on TV, but, yeah, it's a big game on Sunday. So, there we go. All right, so next one. Sorry, guys. There's something in my eye. Right, the next one is Brentford up against Aston Villa. Now, of course, Aston Villa managed to beat Manchester City and Arsenal back to back and got their 15th home win of the season under Unai Emery. So that is absolutely impressive. And guess what? Not only that, but Aston Villa are always in a tight race because if you look at the table here, sorry guys, if you look at the table, Aston Villa are 2 points behind Liverpool and 1 point behind Arsenal. So guess what? If Villa beat if Villa beat Brentford and Liverpool and Arsenal lose, then this will be the first time that Aston Villa are in first place for the very first time in history. Because whenever we ever seen Aston Villa go top, especially on Christmas in the Premier League, we haven't seen that. So Unai Emery's doing a fantastic job, but this game is away at home. It's away at GW Community Stadium. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to predict that game because as well as last away game was against what was it Bournemouth, and they drew 2-2. So yeah, going to GW Community Stadium ain't that easy, but Brentford not doing a good job as well because they just lost because last week they lost against Sheffield United away from home. So boy oh boy, I mean. I think I see this being a draw, because yeah, going to the GT CUNY Stadium ain't that easy, really ain't. I see this being a draw, so boy oh boy, I think I might gonna go for a draw, or should I go? Oh no, because Aston Villa are doing really good. If this game was at home, I would have definitely gone for a Villa win, but yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw. Yeah, I'm gonna go for probably like I'm gonna go for 2-2. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2 because when Brentford faced Tottenham, these two, it was 2 at the beginning of the season. So yeah, and that's when Tottenham were good. I think Aston Villa are good. So I see this being a desperate 2-2. I see Brentford taking, I see Brentford scoring 2 goals. And then that's what happened at halftime. Then I see Aston Villa making some changes, being much better in the second half, scoring those 2 goals and making a 2-2 draw. So yeah, I see this draw written all over it. So for this game on Sunday, another great game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Aston Villa's goal scorers, I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins and Douglas Luiz. For Brentford, I'm going to go for Wisap and I don't know who else is going to score. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting game. So yeah, 2-2 for Brentford against Aston Villa in West and yeah, in West London. So yeah, should be a really good game to watch. Should be a really good game. So yeah, 2-2, Desmond 2-2, of course. So yeah, that's gonna be my prediction for that game on Sunday. And then we move on into West Ham United versus Wolves. And I like to say Brighton, Aston Villa, and West Ham United are the first English teams here to finish top the group. First English teams in the Europa League. So well done to them. Well done to them. So I forgot to tell you guys that. So well done to them. So yeah, West Ham, they're up against Wolves. Um, and this game is at London Stadium. So for this game on Sunday, um, I think Wolves. Let me see the last couple of results. Give me just 1 second. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Wolves' last couple of results. Oh yeah, they're in 13th. Let me see. Wolves' last couple of results. Okay, they drew. They Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad, but not it's like 50-50. Like they won games and they lost games. So there we go. But they're in 13th place. Now, like I said, if Chelsea don't beat Sheffield United and Wolves, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace win those games, we can go from 12th to 15th. So that's why we need the opposition to do us a favor, not make that happen. Because imagine if we go 15th of December, Jesus Christ, we'll be like also like they were 3 years ago under Mikel Arteta. So there we go. But yeah, for Wolves. Should be it's gonna be like Wolves. I'm not sure they. I don't think they're good away from home. And plus, this game is at the London Stadium, and the atmosphere there is great, and it's good up with David Moyes, and they won the last game in Europe, so it's going to be very interesting. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for a West Ham win of, I think Wolves will score, but yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1 West Ham because I think it's going to be. Oh, sorry, yeah. I think it's going to be a very difficult game to predict. But I think West Ham, if it was, yeah, West Ham, honestly, their last couple of games have been lost and that 5-0 defeat against Fulham, which I never ever expect, especially the London derby. So I feel like they will bounce back. It's at the London Stadium. It's going to be a great atmosphere then. 60,000 fans in that stadium. So yeah, I expect West Ham to bounce back after that humiliating defeat against Fulham. So yeah, 2-1 to them. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for James Ward-Prowse. I'm going to go for John Bowen. And for Wolves, I'm going to go for probably Wai Chan to score for Wolves. So there we go. So yeah, 2-1 to West Ham. It's going to be my prediction for that game. I'm not sure which game is going to be on TV. I don't think it's going to be Arsenal Brighton, but I'm not sure it's going to be Brentford Villa or West Ham Wolves. So I'll check that one out on Sunday and let you guys know. But yeah, maybe I'm guessing it's going to be West Ham against Wolves. I'm thinking that's going to be the game on Sunday. So yeah, but yeah, overall 2-1 to West Ham's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Sorry, on Sunday afternoon. And then last and not least, the big game of the weekend, the one I'm going to be streaming on my YouTube channel. Liverpool up against Manchester United. Now, the last time Manchester United have ever scored at Anfield was in the 2018-19 season, where they've lost, but it was Jesse Lingard that scored that goal, and that ended 3-1 to Liverpool. Ever since then, Man United have never ever scored against Liverpool at Anfield. In the 2019 to 20 season, before COVID, it was 2-0 to Liverpool. The next season after that, it was 0-0. The next season after that, 20, I think, yeah, next season after that, it was 4-0 Liverpool. The last season, 7-0 to Liverpool. And the last time when Man United have ever beat Liverpool at Anfield was in 2016. That was under Jose Mourinho, 2016. Like, that is absolute madness. Now, like I said before, my, when Liverpool beat them 7-0, they were not in the top four and they didn't win a trophy. So the big question is, will Man United get revenge? Will they get revenge? But to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure. to me, if Liverpool don't score like more than 3 goals, then it's going to be some serious questions because they're in a title race. They could potentially win a trophy, you know, and finish in the top four. So they should be confident. But for Manchester United, I mean, Harry Maguire is out, Rashford is out, Martial is out. So many of the big players is out. So listen, Liverpool have got to find their way to beat Man United. If Liverpool only beat them 2-1, that's going to be a huge disappointment because we know that Man United are shit. Yeah, some teams make them poor, but some teams made them good. The likes of example of me as a Chelsea fan. So, but yeah, Liverpool will absolutely dominate them. I don't think it's going to be another 7-0, but I can see this being another embarrassment for Manchester United. So, plus, Liverpool want to break that Premier League record. They really want to. But the only way for them to do that is to score 10 goals, which I don't think that would never, ever happen. If that actually happened, then boy, Manchester United are the biggest embarrassment in the Premier League history. So, there we go. So yeah, for this game on Sunday, this game is at Anfield. It's a difficult place to go to. But can Man United do what Fulham did, which is put up a fight? Because I'm not saying that it should bottle it, but do what Fulham did. I think Liverpool scored 2 goals, then Fulham scored, then Liverpool scored three. No, sorry. Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, Liverpool took the lead and then Fulham equalised. Then I think Liverpool took the lead again. Then Fulham equalised and Fulham scored, to take the lead and then all of that stuff. So if Man United do what they did last season when they've lost, then their biggest embarrassment. But if they do what Fulham did, I think they should be happy. But to be honest with you, I see this being another game where Man United won't win at Anfield and won't score. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for 3-0 Liverpool. I mean, if it's more than that, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm going to go for 3-0 Liverpool. And let's not forget, Mo Salah has 16 GA up against Manchester United. 16. I'm not sure if it's 8 goals or 8 assists or something like that. But Mo Salah loves playing against Manchester United. He really does. So that's why I can see him scoring and get an assist again. So I think he will score. Definitely Mo Salah will score, maybe once or twice. I think Luis Diaz will score and Godi Kappa will score for Liverpool. So those are going to be the goal scorers for that game. I think it's going to be another clean sheet. Man United won't score. And yeah, and guess what? If Man United don't win and Newcastle and Brighton and maybe West Ham do win, Man United could go from 6th to 9th. So this Manchester United trying to shine. But to be honest with you, the players don't believe in Eric Ten Hag. They're not playing from him. Eric Ten Hag is under some pressure. So I don't see them getting a good result against Liverpool. I don't see him scoring. And I see this being a game where they don't win at Anfield. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for 3-0 Liverpool. So yeah, like I said, if Liverpool only beat them 1-0, beat them 2-1, then honestly, that's the biggest embarrassment because they know that Man United are shit. They're absolutely terrible. So there we go. So yeah, 3-0 Liverpool is going to be a prediction, and that's going to be the game I'll be doing a live watch along tomorrow. So make sure you tune into that one. It's going to be a huge, huge game to watch. So there we go. All right, guys. So that is all my predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So later on today, at 8 p.m. kickoff, I'm going to go for. My prediction is Nottingham Forest 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Then we move on into Saturday's games. The first one I've gone for Bournemouth of 2-1. Like I said, there's no 30 p.m. kickoff because of the North London Derby and the Women's Super League. So there we go. And that game is going to be on Sky Sports. So there we go. I've gone for a shock. Well, not a shock, but maybe a bit shock of Sheffield United 1-0 win against Chelsea. I'm not confident whatsoever. I've gone for a Manchester City 3-1 win against the Eagles Crystal Palace. Then I've gone for Newcastle slightly 1-0 win against Fulham at St James Park in the North East. Then the 5 p.m. kickoff, I've gone for a convincing but tight 2-1 Everton win against Burnley. Then moving on to Sunday's games, I've gone for an Arsenal 2-1 win against Brighton. Brentford 2-2 against Aston Villa, Desmond 2-2 for both them. Then for West Ham United, I've gone for them to beat Wolverhampton to win this 3-1. And last and not least, I've gone for a Liverpool 3-0 win against Manchester United. Now, of course, there's a game on Thursday, but I'll be doing that prediction on Monday, so I won't be bothering doing that one later on today. So there we go. All right, guys, so that is it. That is all my Premier predictions for game week number 17. So let me know in the comments down below where do you agree or disagree with any of my predictions. And yeah, give me your predictions and let's see what you say. Do you think that Brighton are going to get another win at the Emirates Stadium? And do you think that Manchester United will find some way to get a result against Liverpool and all that stuff? Just let me know in the comments down below and I'll react to them as soon as I can. So yes, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget if you're new, click the subscribe button below. Hit the bonus notifications so you never miss on my YouTube content. Smash a like, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and check out the other series I've done so far this season. And make sure you click the share button as well so that you not only can give your predictions, but all your family and friends are welcome to my YouTube channel to give their thoughts and opinions on my predictions and the other people's predictions in the comments down below. And let's keep it respectful if we can, please. So there we go. All right, guys. So as always, big up in Dams Fellas. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. In a bit, people. Peace.